walking in Cornwall with Elaine and I, Elaine from Chuff's Bakery and me from Portreath Bakery. And you know what? I've been there 25 years tomorrow. So you beat that, haven't you?
Longer than that, yes.
I was only a mere lass when I bought mine.
I know.
So, but then probably you were. Yeah.
No, it's a little bit older.
Oh, right, well, don't show Elaine.
No.
Right,
Thank you.
well, today I thought, as I've been down at Portreath for so long, and you see all the fresh fish coming in, and you must see that, mustn't you?
All the time we've had stuff.
Beautiful. But today, we would do something typically fantastic from Cornwall, which is fish chips and mushy minted peas. What do you think?
That's pretty good.
But I'm going to put some beer in mine. Beer batter. Just get yourself some Cornish beer, I thought, and we could do that. But before we start, we're not going to just make normal chips out of your freezer or anything like that. We're going to get some nice fresh potatoes, and I've peeled some. Have you got one of these gadgets at home, Elaine?
Yeah, another one of the Marilyn's magic gadgets. Here we go.
Yeah,
Actually, should I square them up first?
Yeah, give them a good old square. I've wiped off the water as well, just so they don't slip.
I get on with this. You can get on with
Yeah,
the
fine.
batter, maybe.
That's brilliant. What we'll do is I'm going to make some beer batter, like I said. Got my bottle opener again. It's getting used too frequently, I think. Right.
Corkscrew gets a lot of wear and tear in my house.
Oh, does it, the corkscrew? Yeah. Do you not get those screw caps yet? Now, in my bowl, I've just got literally flour at the moment. And I'm going to put in a little bit of baking powder, again, and a bit of turmeric. Now, turmeric gives off a really lovely yellow colour to your batter. Now, not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like the colouring in it. And a little bit of sea salt there, look. Yummy. And what will happen now, and I wouldn't advise, normally you can make your batter up a little while before, but because I'm going to put beer in mine, I'd advise that you don't make it up too soon. And I'm just going to tip that in, and as you can see, look, it's all starting to ferment and bubble, and that's brilliant, and that will give you a really lovely crispy batter. Look at that, Elaine. You see it all foaming up there? Look at it.
It makes it really nice and light as well,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it does. That's good. Now, oh, it smells good.
Do you want me to blanch them while you?
Yeah, I would, Elaine. I've boiled up a pan of water over here, and what we're going to do with our chips, we've used a nice fluffy potato again, and we're literally going to put them in boiling water, just blanch them for a few minutes, and then I'm going to strain them off, put them in ice cold water, just so they don't carry on cooking and go all mushy, and then we're going to fry them in oil afterwards. So look at this batter now. Obviously that's too thick, but you can see it working and all the aeration in there. Look at that.
Do you use egg as well, or just beer?
Just beer. I know at home sometimes people do put eggs in them, but today I thought we'd have really nice beer batter. Look at that. That's better. Try not wear it like I am. There we are. Right, you popped your potatoes in, Elaine, have you? Oh, lovely.
Not up to the boil.
Yeah. Okay. And there's that. Now that beer batter, look at that. Now you can make this in a blender if you want to, but I thought Mother's old-fashioned bowl would come in handy today. I'm just going to leave that just to ferment a bit, and then I'll give it another whisk. And in the meantime, we'll get rid of this and we'll start preparing some lovely cod, I thought we'd do today, Elaine.
Should I get it for you?
Yeah, that would be lovely. I'll move off this. Oops. This gadget's not been that great, is it? Is it off? There we are. Get rid of those. And the fish. Now, because we're in Cornwall, there's no need to go anywhere else and get anything better than from your local producer, because they go out every day in Cornwall and they catch the fish. You can have all sorts. You don't have to particularly have cod, but today I've chosen this purposely because it's a good local company and we all should buy local. But look at this, Elaine.
Oh, it's a nice
Look at that.
Fillet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now, I've got no skin on this. I know some people like skin with their batter, but actually...
Do you know what, Marion? Have you noticed recently, when they do fish, if you go to a restaurant, they seem to serve it with the skin on the top.
All
I
right.
think it looks awful.
Yes.
I like the sort of the texture and the colour of the fish to see that instead of a sort of burnt up,
Yeah.
crispy bit of skin.
I know what you're saying, but with
It's done.
yeah. Is it up high? Is it boiling? So your potatoes, literally just leave them for a few minutes until they're really, really boiling, and then we're going to drain them. So don't worry about those, but you can pop me oil on, Elaine, if you like.
Okay, on that one though?
No, just on the one in front, that'll
I
be
think
fine.
these are just about ready, so do you both pots of oil?
Yep, that's brilliant. One for my fish, one for my chips. Now, I haven't got a deep fat fryer in my house. I know it shouldn't be, but I haven't. So I've just got 2 pans with lids, and I'm using copper saucepans so that I can just get the oil nice and hot and get them in. And if you look here, look, that's going yellow now. And that's the turmeric that I put into the batter. And there's still a few little, there we are. That's good.
Strain this now, and you'll put them in ice water.
Yeah, that's right. What I usually do is I get some cold water in a bowl, put ice cubes in it, and then when Elaine's drained the potatoes, put them straight in there, and it stops them continuing cooking, because we're going to double cook them. We're boiling them, then we're frying them, and I think you get a really nice crispy chip. You can do it. They say 3 times you could do it. And what you would do if you were going to have 3 fried chips is you'd boil them, you'd part fry them, let them cool, and then just fry them right at the end, and then you're ready to serve. Right, so that's my batter done. Now with this fish, look at this. It's beautiful fish. There's no bones in it. I'm only actually going to do little pieces today because I think it'll be lovely. It's lovely weather. There we are. Now. And I've got myself a little bit of flour. And I do think that although it's been in the sea, I still think you need a little bit of salt on this, a good bit of seasoning, just to, and a bit of pepper. I know you probably don't do this, Elaine, do you? Seasoning, do you, with your fish before you put your batter on?
Actually, I season the flour.
Ah, right. See, I want to make sure that I've got some salt and pepper on every bit of fish. If I put it in now, I might miss it.
We always do things different.
I know we do. Right, so I'm going to just flour these up first. And that is a beautiful local fish. And look at it. And with fish, when I know people are thinking, oh, I can't handle fish, it really stinks. But if you've got good fresh fish, it doesn't even smell. You can't smell it. So, brilliant. There we go. Look at that. There. There we are. So you could prep this before, but sometimes the flour will go on the wet fish, so it's nice and dry, my fish, and then the batter won't come off when you're cooking it, or frying it, should I say. There we are. That's that bit done. And just to test your oil, just literally dip that in. That's not hot enough, look. It's just starting to go, yeah. All right. That's quite nearly there. And how about this one? No, not quite. All right. Now, I'm just going to pop over here with my fish, Elaine, and dip it straight into here, into my batter. Now look at that batter. It's coating really, really nicely. All right, and drain it off a little bit. And in we go. But just hold it up for a minute, because if that drops straight down, it'll stick to the bottom of your pan. So you want to lay it in gently so that the batter literally gets the oil on it, and then it won't stick.
Quite a lot of them use J-boats, and I try to find people that use J-boats.
All
They
right.
literally go out and you buy what they caught.
Yeah, and that's,
And it's so fresh, it's absolutely wonderful.
there we are. How are your chips doing, all right?
Is that first batch?
Yeah. And my batter's looking great. Don't try that at home. There we are, look at that. See the colour of that? That's because we put the turmeric in there, look. And where the flour's been on, look, it's lovely and crispy. The flour's held the batter on there beautifully. And every piece will be seasoned. So, do you know what? Do you know what, Elaine? I think I ought to get some of those mushy peas. Don't you?
Well, I've got a little tip with mushy peas.
All right.
Hang on, just put this little tips in.
Yeah, look at that. Now you'll notice this is really floating to the surface now, and that tells me that fish, we just want to brown it off a little bit, but that fish is almost done, because if you hold it down and it stays down, but that's really pushing back on my spoon to float up. It's not going to take long, and that's nearly there.
These are your mushy peas. Remember the old days, Marion, when they used to come in packets with a bit of bicarbonated soda, and used to have to soak them overnight?
Oh, right, yeah, I've seen them. You can still get them, you know. You can get the boxes of mushy peas and then you soak them with bicarb. We were talking about that last night when we were, you know, getting the peas ready for today.
Well, here we go, another one of Marion's magic gadgets.
Me and me gadgets, eh?
She's bought this, and it's instead of chopping like crazy on your chopping board, just cut it like that. You've got nice fine bits of mint in your mushy peas.
Oh, those chips are looking good, Elaine.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're actually 3-frying these, if you see. Elaine's put them just on a piece of paper to drain, and when we've got enough and just about to serve, we'll pop them back in the oil and have them piping hot, because fish and chips should be eaten really hot.
And the other thing
or
is,
out of paper.
Yeah, they go really, really crispy as well, don't they, if you do that last final fry?
Yeah. See, who said we were bakers, Elaine?
Multitasking, that's what it is.
But look at that.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah. So when I take this out of the oil, we'll just wait a few minutes for the oil to reheat, and then we'll add the other pieces of fish. Now, how's your chips doing? Nearly there?
A little bit longer.
Right. That's perfect. I'm going to pop your mushy peas back there, Elaine.
Okay, send some more.
And I don't think there's anything like homemade fish and chips. Everybody's so frightened to do it, but actually, see how simple it is. Yeah, look at that. And that one's ready. I'm going to put them onto a piece of paper, look, just to drain the oil off again. But you have a look in at that batter. Look how lovely and golden that is. Look at it. That looks like a little fish itself, look. It's the way I've cut it.
And it's really held together, despite the fact there's no egg in there.
No, that's right. And it's just literally the beer that's actually done the job. If you didn't want to use so much beer when you're making your batter, you don't have to, but you could replace it with some sparkling Cornish spring water. And if you didn't want to use beer at all, you could use sparkling water. So, but I think you need to really try it with this beer in.
You can smell it.
Yeah, it's good. There we are. And I'm just going in with the next lot, Elaine. And by the time we've done this, look, you've got a family meal ready.
And of course, we need that smell-a-thon again, don't we?
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, that's it. Is that the smoke alarm going up?
So, here we are.
I think this is ready for our last dip.
Yeah, and there's our last little bit of fish. Look at that.
Not quite.
Brilliant. You can always... There you are. So I'm going to get a plate ready for this, Elaine, and then in a second we'll pop it all together.
Saint Screen Print Company Limited. We specialise in supplying bespoke, personalised clothing and associated products. Based in Falmouth, we work across a variety of clothing markets, including corporate clothing, workwear, hospitality and sports and leisure. We control the whole production printing process to offer our customers a short lead time, high quality alternative to our competitors. Call us on 01326 377 585 or find us at saints-screenprint.co.uk. Stevens Cornish Slate. Producing quality Cornish slate tableware by hand in Redruth in Cornwall. Add a touch of elegance and class to your restaurant table, hotel, shop or home. We specialise in making bespoke items for clients like Ben's Cornish Kitchen in Marazion, Portreath Bakery and the Falmouth Hotel. We can do the same for you. Shop online too at stevenscornishslate.co.uk. Stevens Cornish Slate, made in Cornwall with pride. If you are looking to book a disco for your wedding, birthday or event here in Cornwall, then the 60s to Now Vehicle Roadshow is the #1 choice. Playing all the music that you want to hear from all the decades with the very popular DJ Martin Bate. The 60s to Now Vehicle Roadshow is trusted by many by being reliable and providing a service second to none. Booking in advance is recommended, and you can do that by visiting readysteadymod.com or by calling St Austell 68015. The 60s to Now Vehicle Roadshow.
Welcome back to Cooking in Cornwall. Now the fish and chips are done. We thought, because we're doing a batter theme today and we had beer in the batter, I thought it'd be a really good idea to show you how to do a different kind of batter for a pancake. Now, Elaine, I don't know if you've used it before, but we actually make a sourdough pancake. Now, this is my culture. In bakeries, you must have this.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, the culture, it's so it avoids using yeast or any other additives for a raising agent. So this is quite a natural product we're making today. Now, in my jar, a culture, this has taken me 2 weeks minimum to get like this, and it will take you that long to make this as well. And as all you need to do is you have equal amounts of flour, a strong bread flour again, and I've used Cornish spring water, and it's a still spring water. Now, some people take it from their tap. I've done a spring water, and the reason I've done that is because I know that that's pure. Okay, so that's going in, and we whisk that together now. That's how this started, and every day I've had to feed it and feed it and feed it.
What do you feed it with, Mary?
Flour and water, equal amounts every time. So as all I've done here, look, and that's it. Looks like pastry glue. When I was a kid, you know, doing your paper mache, do you remember? But we're not, we're actually going to make bread with that. Look at that. That's all it is.
It does make such a lovely taste when you use it to make bread,
I know, but you wouldn't believe it, would you? Look at that. That is going to be an awesome pancake.
In 2 weeks' time.
This one is. However, I've got some that I've made here earlier, which has come from my jar. This is just feeding this now, so I'm going to give it its dinner in a minute. And then I'm going to pop that in the fridge. Now, you can keep that in your fridge for years and years and years. As long as you keep feeding it, it will keep nourishing itself. It will give off lots of gases, and as soon as it starts getting to room temperature, it will give off the gas which you need for things like bread to rise, and that's where you get the sourdough. And I don't know if you remember that when I made the quiche one day, we cut one of these lovely sourdoughs open. Now that's just made from that culture and flour and water, so you too can make some delicious things using that culture. Right.
I've just done the strawberries. Lovely Cornish strawberries.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Especially this time of the year. It's just the smell.
And how...
can I borrow your new spoon?
Yes, go on then. Only if you melt me some butter.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is, because I've separated some of that culture out, because every single time that you go into this pot, you need a completely sterilised spoon, because any dirt or anything gets in there will ruin it. And for another tip, if you get the perfect culture ready, I'd put some in a little tub in your freezer, and in case ever your culture dies, and then you've still got it to just keep feeding. So, right, so that's my culture, and as you can see in there, look, it's really bubbling away. Look how thin that's gone now compared to that. Look, it's completely different, and you can see the bubbles and the fermenting in that. You can see in that? And if you smell it, it actually smells yeasty. Now you'll know immediately if that culture's gone wrong, it will smell like vinegar and then you can't use it and you've got to start again. But remember to keep a bit in your freezer and you'll be fine. So in my pancakes, I'm going to put eggs. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and I'm going to put some full cream milk. I'm going to whisk those together and then
Nicely separated.
lovely. And then do you remember about the butter that I told you? I usually clarify mine and then you don't get all the little sediment bits. They settle at the bottom and then pop it in. So and that's happening already as we speak. Now, when you have eggs at home, there's this thing, you must keep them in the fridge all the time. But when you're making pancakes, the best thing to do is have eggs that have been left out and they're just at room temperature. And I'm going to put this butter in warm as well, whisk that through, and that's warmed my ingredients up. And in a bakery, everything you make with cake mixes, anything like that, the optimum temperature is 21 degrees. So if you think that's probably the room temperature, and that always makes your bakery products work better together. Now, here it goes. Now, I should have a name for this culture, really. But look at it, it's fabulous. You see the bubbles, look. It's great. So pop all of that in. You will have the best pancakes you've ever had having this.
I hope my grandchildren don't watch this because they love pancakes and I hate making them.
Well, I hope they watch Elaine, and Elaine will be making these at home for you. Don't let her get away with it, pony. Right, now I'm just going to put the flour in. Now, as I've told you before, all flours have different extraction rates. Now, I've used a strong flour. Now, although I've weighed a cup of flour out here, when I'm doing this, I might think, oh, that batter's a little bit runny. So always keep yourself a little bit. Or the other way around, could be a little bit thick, and then have yourself a little bit extra milk. All right. Now, and if you also wanted, you could put this into a blender and do it. But good old-fashioned whisking, I think. Well, I haven't put my hands in this once, Elaine.
No, you're doing very well. And I've got a wooden spoon.
So what are you doing with my strawberries over there?
I can have a bit of sugar, please.
Oh, no chance. No, you can have a little bit of pepper.
What?
I would like to put some black pepper into my strawberries today. It brings out the real flavour of your strawberry. Really, Elaine,
Really?
pop some
How
in.
much?
I'm not even
Just a-
joking.
just a little-
Yeah, grind a good bit in there and it brings out all the flavour.
You
Yeah.
learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, I
I mean,
suppose.
I've put mint with strawberries before.
Oh, we've used mint today, haven't we, for our
Yeah,
mushy
yeah.
peas. So we'll have a bit of strawberry and black
Right.
pepper,
Here we go.
sugar and water, and Elaine's just really stewing that down. So, and we're going to do the pancakes. They're literally going to have the stewed fruit with them, and we're going to just look at that. Pop this batter into a nice hot pan. Now that's tiny, tiny bit runny, so I've just got a little bit more flour to pop in there.
You don't want them really mushy, just still quite firm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
brilliant, because we want to have a bit of bite to it, don't we? Nice bit of Cornish clotted cream with those.
Wow.
Gosh, no wonder I'm never going to be thin. Right, Elaine, now that's perfect. If you can see in that bowl,
Lovely.
you can just see the whisk going through it, look, and dragging. And that's just right. Now,
Well, I think the strawberries are done anyway, so and the plate's nice and hot. For
if you think that's the feed that I was talking about, it's just starting to all soak together now. Look at that, and that's going to be feeding my little pot in a minute.
There
There we are.
you go. There's your
That's perfect.
pan.
Right,
Ready for you?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is these pancakes, we're going to just fry them in a little bit of oil. Now you could use clarified butter if you wanted to again, but I'm not going to use a lot, and we don't want it too hot because you can hear that going. Right, we're going to now just take this lovely sourdough batter, and you can almost see the bubbles in that. Look, it's starting to ferment again, but that'll be because we've got all the other ingredients in there and I've whisked it. But you really must try these. They are absolutely fabulous. And what we do for our children is we actually make a pot of this up and put it in the fridge. So when they get up, if we have it on a school day, they're ready in the morning. Look at that. Right, delicious. Right, and with the pancake, look, just literally just keep doing it until it comes off the top. So you get it as thin as you can. Then leave it to cook a bit. As it starts even, go again. There we are. And they don't actually take very long to do at all. Right, so then, as you can see, this is, look, they're already starting to come away from the side. And that's good. All right. And you'll notice that there's a tiny bit there that's not baked or cooked yet, but the rest of it's cooking lovely. And we don't want it burnt on the bottom because it just tastes bitter. And now we've got our lovely peppery strawberries. We don't really want to ruin the flavour, so I'm going to just flip that over. If I was braver, I would have thrown it in the air. I'll try in a minute.
Come on, Mary.
I know, brave up, I know.
You make you stir this stuff in there.
Yeah. So, I mean, just literally, but you can really smell the sourdough in this. And I know that it'll be the best pancake you've ever tasted. Yeah. I'm literally going to plonk that on there. Look at that. Okay, there's your pan. And that's all you really need to do now is get yourself a few of these lovely strawberries. And these are warm, so we're doing a warm pancake dish. And there's just sugar, black pepper. Delicious. Oh, they smell just gorgeous. Plenty of strawberries. And then just roll it up. Turn it over a bit. Get you a little bit of icing sugar, because we haven't put any sugar in that pancake mix. And literally just lovely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today, because we've really enjoyed cooking with you today. And I really would love some feedback on how you've got on with your sourdough. And remember, keep some in the fridge and we'll make some other products with it soon. Come on, Elaine.
All right, here we go. Dig in.
She's determined
It's
to get
a
that.
slippery customer, isn't it?
Is that different to what you thought?
Mm.
That is delicious, isn't it?
Do you know, I can't even taste the pepper in the strawberry. But all I can taste is strawberry.
Lovely.
It is delicious, Mary.
Good, well, we've converted a kid, so you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks
don't
again,
cheat
and
about
we'll see you
strawberry.
soon. Bye.
Bye.